We've been creating underwater films for nearly a decade now, but for this project, we wanted to do something special. In the past, we've used GoPros and the fish tank trick when we're filming around water, but for this project, we went all out and invested in specialist underwater housing for our Sony A7S Mark III. We chose the SeaFrogs housing along with the 6-inch dome edition, and this is essential if you want to get that classic half above and half below the water shot. We paired this underwater rig with our Sony FX6, which we used to get shots around the side of the pool. Being able to fully submerge the A7S III allowed us to get a whole range of shots we'd never been able to achieve before. Underwater, we chose to use the 25mm Zeiss Petite lens, and we chose a wide lens like this because often we were working very close to our subjects, usually in the same swimming lane. On the A7S III, we filmed underwater at 4K in 100 frames per second, and in editing, slowing down the 100 frames per second to 25 frames per second really helped us to smooth out any of the camera shake we got when we were filming underwater. The A7S III delivered brilliant, bright, colourful images, which really captured the vibe of the recreational swimming sessions that we were filming. But for our elite swimmers, we wanted imagery that was more dramatic, so we hired Tank Space, a specialist underwater filming location with a dedicated underwater filming tank. It's an incredible facility, a little bit like an aquarium, where you can film both inside and outside the tank. We started filming outside the tank, this time using our Red Raven. We still filmed in 4K 100 frames per second, but the extra dynamic range on the Red Raven really helped us capture those extra details in the highlights and the shadows of a really contrasty image. Next, we took our underwater rig into the water tank and got our swimmers, Anna and James, to do a variety of swim strokes and movements underwater, replicating what they do when they're competing in the pool. Our favourite shots came from getting our athletes to do powerful poses underwater and then doing a gentle camera push-in motion towards them. Definitely some of our favourite shots of the whole production. Moving forward, having the underwater capability of the SeaFrogs housing is going to be really useful in not only underwater productions, but also other areas where we need to protect the camera from the elements. And finally, a massive thank you to everyone involved for all their hard work on this production.